And we are the Savygents live with the cheers. Let's get it. SGC. How's everybody doing tonight? My name is Don, for your host, and over here to the right is the man who needs no introduction, but I'll do it anyway. Big Al, how are you doing?
Yo, I'm doing well. Ready to refocus, hone in, and grow the fucking brand, you know?
Let's go ahead and let's get this show on the road. Of course, we've got another dating topic and also a quote of the day, which you'll get after the break. Just be patient. Watch the whole video. Thank you. Big Al, please tell them what the topic is for the day.
Okay, so let me break this down for you guys. Real nice and easy, simple, clear, and concise. All right, so you guys heard of SGC approved, right? This is pretty much where we put our stamp of approval on restaurants, bars, fitness, etc. Right?
Well-rounded
individuals.
Of course.
There's a different type of approval that we're going to be talking about tonight. And this is girlfriend approval, potential girlfriend approval, friends of the girlfriend approval, right? Basically, we're talking about validation. When you get validated, you're welcome into the group. Her girlfriend's friends approve you.
Exactly. Girlfriend validation, or the group friend validation. Believe it or not, this is very important. This literally can, number one, depending on how your night ends up. And also, another instance is, let's say she invites you out on a double date with her and one of her friends. It's very important for her friends to like you. And also, just, even if her friend's a guy or a girl, it doesn't matter. You have to be validated, like, okay, this is an individual that is cool and we can hang out together. And I'll let my friend hang out with him. So it's like, it's very important. I'm pretty sure you got... I know he's got some situations about how he was validated, maybe not validated. Me personally, I've been validated and then unvalidated. Sometimes I never even got the validation. And because if you don't, why is it so important? Because if the girlfriend doesn't validate you, she's going to be against you. And now you're dealing with a cock block.
Yeah, 100%. So let's break it down in levels, okay? So obviously, you're the girl that you're interested. It's important that she fucking likes you, obviously, right? And after her liking you, the next step in the process is basically her friends that fucking like you and approve of you, right? Whether it's from what she's telling them, that's honestly the best case scenario, right? Like, because you're fucking acting correctly and treating her well, all they're gonna know about you is that you're a fucking great dude. Right?
Exactly.
But when you go out, there's like, we could break it down in two parts, right? When you're just going out straight and you're basically shooting your shot. And then there's also a situation where, okay, like you've already been going out with a girl. And then the next level, the next step is like, okay, I'm gonna bring around your friends, all right? So let's talk about the first one first, where basically you're going out to a club, right? And you approach a girl and she's with a group of friends, right? You gotta bring your best wingman in, you gotta bring your best game.
You want to start off on the right foot, basically.
100%.
Yeah, you want to start off strong because that validation that will literally determine your night. Here's an example. Let's say you go up to a girl, right? And she's sitting at the bar by herself, you know, whatever, having a good time. You start talking to her. Next thing you know, her friends show up. This moment right here is critical because she's going to introduce you and they're going to take one look at you up and down because that's what girls do. Next thing you know, they're going to ask questions. You know, they'll give you a courtesy 10 minutes, maybe 20, depending on how, patient the girl is. And also, your wingman should be important and he should step in and also entertain that girl. So, you got to work together. If it's 2-on-1, now you have to entertain both women and that's kind of hard. But if it works for you, you can get validated that way. But if it's in a group and your wingman steps up, you validate him, he validates you, she validates her, and trust me, it's a good thing. It's a great thing.
Yeah, this is just tying up a couple of the lessons, right? So obviously, like any scenarios when you're doing this validation, especially when there's friends involved, right? After you've already been, after the girl's already like, okay, this guy's cool, I want to get a little bit more involved, or like this guy's cool, they can hang out with us for the night, right? Whether you're in that going out to the club scene or whether you're already a little bit further along in the process and she's inviting you to meet you out for friends, right?
Group vibe.
Because it's like, the thing about it is just like, yo, like, it's like to understand, like, yo, one of the first questions I always ask whenever I go out is like, yo, is this your best friend? I want to get an idea of what this relationship is to this girl, right? That's fucking. This is huge. Right?
No, it's about the best friend. You want to know what me and Big Al used to tell people when they're like, "Hey, is this your best friend?" I'm like, "Nah, it's my brother," and they would just sit there all serious, and they'll be like, "Wait, what?" I'm like, "Oh, it's my brother," and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, we're adopted." It's like, "Oh
yeah, we let it go for a little while and then just like sit
yeah.
It's like you don't know us, they don't know like are these guys fucking around or not. It's like I want to have a little bit of fun, right? Like I'm sure as a girl from another perspective, right? You have a lot of guys that come up and like shooting a shot. Maybe you get annoyed with it. Maybe the guy's creepy, or maybe you're like, okay, maybe you are feeling with the guy, or maybe you're just like, I just want to fuck with him, right? Like that's from our side. It's just like like. We're not worried about like getting rejected or whatever. We're at the point where it's just like like we're confident and secure in ourselves enough where it's just like, bro, like we don't really even know you. Like it's like you don't know me, I don't know you. So like if you say no to me, like it's not a problem. Like cool. Like you're not feeling the guy tonight. You're not feeling talking to anybody tonight. You can have any fucking reason. It doesn't matter. Well, I'll always exit as a gentleman. Like okay, you have a good night. No worries. You know?
Yeah, no, exactly. You know, this is what I believe. Everybody who goes out to a social gathering, social environment, bar, club, it's almost like you're out to meet new people, or maybe not even to meet new people, but you put yourself in a situation where you can. So just be nice, be respectable, even if an individual who walks up to you is not your type, or you're not really feeling this person, or they're getting annoying, or just hey, sorry, we gotta go. Not just ill. Like I've been just
I mean, like
you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about. Like girls could do it. I mean, like it is rude, but at the same time, like I don't know what the fuck happened earlier. And like no matter what, as a guy, no matter how she responds, rude or whatever the fuck, like she can respond whatever. Keep your cool always.
Never let her knock your cool ever,
motherfuckers. Yo, so back to what I was talking about, right? So I always ask if the girl is like, it's your girlfriend. I'm trying to establish what her relationship, her importance to her is, right? If she's like, yo, this is like one of my best friends or whatever, then it's just like, all right. I'm not just talking to this girl because I'm interested in her. I gotta talk to her friend too, because like she at the end of the day is gonna decide where you go. Whether it's you're looking for the end of the night, like you're gonna have to get her approval, her to sign off.
Exactly.
If you guys are going home together, or for example, like to continue the conversation. It's not even necessarily about going home. Like again, like
the friend has more power than you think.
No, 100%.
Because like you said, it's not even about going home, but you getting that validation for right then and right now, you can continue the conversation and you can talk and you can vibe. And then, you can get even further validation for even later on in the night. And sometimes the vibe is so well that the friend wants to get involved. So it's
100%. And then guess what? Like, say for example, in this scenario, right? It's one individual approaching two girls. Say your buddy comes back, he's from the bathroom, whatever the fuck, he's getting drinks. He comes up and it's like, wait. You already have a great vibe established with not just the one girl you're interested in, but her friend too. It's like you give your friend a brief overview, like or summary. Can't even talk. I've only had like one drink, so excuse me. But
I'm drinking Doc.
I think it's the Michelob Ultra. There's like 2 or 3 drinks in there. I'm pretty sure. Like alcohol concentration.
This guy. We're not even gonna go into that, but we're gonna stay on topic tonight, buddy.
Yeah. So basically, like in that scenario, like it's a win-win for all. It's like just don't forget about the friend. The friend's there, like. They obviously trust him, especially if it's a 2-set, right? If a girl goes out with one girl, it's most likely her fucking best friend. She's not going out with just a random girl. She wants some girl that's gonna have her back, right? She's gonna push away all the guys that don't know how to act, like whether you're being creepy, you're doing too much, or whatever the fuck you're doing, too aggressive, too chill, whatever the fuck. She's gonna push away all those guys. So you gotta get that fucking validation. Come in there correct, show her some attention too. Don't say anything too crazy, just read the fucking vibe.
Acknowledge. You have to acknowledge everybody in the group. And then, Two is maybe usual, 2 or 3, but like, let's say you're dealing with a group of 5, you still have to acknowledge every one of them. Like you have to, because you never know which girls have the most connection and who's the 1 or 2 who are just gonna validate, be like, actually, he's a cool guy, you can hang with him, so you have to acknowledge everybody.
Yeah, 100%. And it's like this is a very it's crazy. Like as we're doing this podcast, like you think like, yo, we're covering every topic. Like we've got this many topics, but there's always something to talk about. And
it really is.
This one is like, it's such a minimal detail. Like most people will not fucking think about it. It's just like,
exactly.
I'm just gonna shoot my shot at that girl and not worry about any fucking thing else.
Exactly.
Well, good luck, fucking luck. Most girls are not just walking there by themselves. Like I hope not. Like it's just like, not in terms of like, yo, I don't think a girl should go to walk by herself. It's just. There's too many fucking creeps out there.
I got a question for you.
What's up?
I'm gonna put you together real quick.
Right.
So. How would you react in this scenario? You walk up to the girl, right, and it's validation time, and her friend, the girl you're not even talking to, said, "Let's get some drinks." What do you do?
Yeah, see, you have a choice in your head, like, right. I'm gonna flash back to an example that's real life after I discussed the right here. So it's like you gotta make a decision quick then and there, right?
Could that be her validation test right there? Can this guy even afford to deal with this? Like,
I don't even know if it is like necessarily like this right here is just like this is like someone like kind of like lone wolf on it. She's going off the script, you know. Like if she says like yo let me get a drink,
bro,
like,
I've been hit with that.
Like what I would do, like right to buy her some more time is like you know what like how do we all get drinks? I'd be like yo like I'd switch it over to like yo let's all get drinks, right? And if I'm sitting there talking to the ball and then like one of the friends is showing me more attention than the other one is like. And maybe it wasn't the one I initially started out with, right? But we have a better vibe. Then it's like, okay, that's what I'm switching to.
So you're gonna switch.
I'm gonna switch, you know, like it's like, but like I'm not gonna switch off the back. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna smooth it. I'm gonna be like, yo, let's all get a shot. I'm still gonna engage that girl. We're just gonna see how it is, right? Because at the same time, it's like if they're behaving logical, right? It's like she could see her friend is having a better vibe, and it's like if you're a good friend, you're gonna let that go. If you're a shit friend, you'll be like, okay, like he was talking to me, but it's like, but. Who am I really talking to? I just met you guys both tonight.
Exactly.
It's a different type of scenario, right there.
You got a little bit of wiggle room, huh?
Yeah, I do remember this one situation.
Go ahead, tell me what happened.
This is at Dewey Beach. This is like 2018. Like, yeah, this was a minute ago.
Yeah, bro, it happens.
But basically, I was like talking to this one girl, and like she was really cute, and then she walked away. Like literally, she did the walk away. And like I did not think she was coming back. She's like, I'm gonna go do this, and I was like, yeah, sure, all right, whatever.
Good old bathroom excuse, right?
Yeah.
Go to the bathroom.
I was like, yeah, cool. Like I'll see you in a bit. And I was like,
fuck it.
Didn't really intend to. And then I started talking to this other girl, and then it was weird because the girl came back, but she didn't come directly to me. Her friend was like, hey, talk to my friend. And I was just like, I looked at her, I was like, hey, what's up? Talked for a little bit, and then I turned my head and I went back to like the new girl I was like talking to. It was just like a situation of just like yo like. I got the validation from the other girl, but at the same time, I was just like, dude, like, the situation already passed for me. You know what I mean? So it was almost about me validating that situation.
Exactly.
It almost flipped to the point where it was just like, oh, here's the girlfriend. I was like, I saw you talking to her earlier. And I was like, oh, hey, what's up? You played a cordial, and then it turned. Literally, just turned. Like,
there you go.
It was a little bit more of a savage move, but it was just like it describes a little bit of your situation right there when you're talking to two girls, maybe like it's just a two set, and then one girl's like, let's get drinks. She's taking a film for you. Like, just chill it, basically. Just chill it. I mean, that moment I was a little bit more savage. It was a little bit more direct. It was a straight cut, clean cut.
Yeah.
But, like, it worked out. It worked out for me. Got the clothes. Everything was all good, you know?
No, that's awesome. Let's see, dude. I've been in that situation before. Like, number one, if you're put together, so yeah, you have to buy both girls drinks because you don't really know who's shooting their shot at that point. It's too early. Like you just engage and oh, that's my friend. Hey, how are you? Well, let's get drinks. Okay, well.
I mean, buying two girls shots is not that crazy. It's like pushing a little bit, but it's not that nuts. You can't really say no to it. It's like oh, it's just me and my best friend. She's like oh fuck.
Well, exactly, but you know you're still put together slightly.
Yeah, slightly. It's not like the whole fucking birthday group.
Of course not. It's not a whole birthday group. But it's a quick put together. So yeah, the gentleman, you go ahead, you buy. Basically 3 drinks, 1 for you, 2 for them.
Yeah, 100%. And then don't leave that girl hanging.
Yeah, don't leave.
Because that's part of your validation process, you know.
And then from there, that's when you feel the vibe and see maybe who's feeling you more before you make any moves. Because right now you're just some guy they just met, so you want to feel that hopefully your ringman comes and saves you. But other than that, like you gotta walk that thin line.
100%. Because you don't even know like fucking like. You don't know who's like more interested in like and girls are like I almost swear like they're almost like telepathic like they communicate like they without even saying the words they already know what they're gonna do.
They know what each other
they might have already pulled a switch on your ass and you didn't even fucking know.
Exactly, you haven't switched on for no reason.
You're just like oh shit.
Yeah, you get switched on it and you're like oh I guess this is what's going on.
Oh, you don't say no because you're just like, all right, well, I guess this is so cool.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're just like, it works out better because you're just like, all right, I was actually more attracted to you, so this works out.
Sometimes.
And sometimes you're just like, it's like,
sometimes you're just. Sometimes, you're just taking, it's what it is.
Yeah, but like the point is, like back to the thing about the club, like whether it's like 1 friend, 2 friends, 3 friends, 4 friends, make sure you're interacting with all of them, creating good energy. Have a couple jokes here and there. Don't go over the top. Unless they let them fucking take it. Like in terms of here's a good fucking metaphor, right? So when you're talking about dancing, right? Like the one dancer you're talking to me the other day, you're educating me like the salsa, right? It's basically mimicking each other's movements.
Exactly.
Right? So it's like when you're going about approaching someone, like we're gonna get to like the dating part in a little bit when it's more serious, right? When you get into validation, it's a different type of validation. This is just validation going out, right?
Exactly.
Part one of our podcast. This is actually a great topic. Wow.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So
what we do best.
Yeah, so it's like whether you're talking to one girl or there's multiple, right? Maybe she had a like there's been a scenario where it was like 6 of her girlfriends. Like I think I lost my guy Don, and like but I went up to the girl, like she almost looked kind of a little bit standoffish, but I was like you know what, she's got to shoot. So I shot my shot. I came in the correct way. I honestly don't remember what the fuck I said, but again, it worked out.
Drunk guy stuff. Hey, what are you doing, baby?
Yeah, you don't come up saying like how are you doing, like beautiful, whatever. Like especially like, I mean, there's like 2 types of girls. Like girls that already know they're beautiful, and there's girls that don't know they're beautiful. Like maybe there's insecurities, or maybe they just don't. People just don't remind them or don't validate that they're beautiful. I don't know, but like when you're coming up, like. You come up there correctly, and you come up there chill. Just like what I do is just like I just introduce myself. I'm like, hey, I'm Alex. What's your name?
That's it.
I just go like, don't fucking think too much. I just feel like, yo, I'm Alex. What's your name? And you say it confidently, and like you like make a little eye contact, and then like then you're good. Like a lot of times when I'm looking around for someone to approach, I kind of like watch around and like see if I make eye contact with someone. If it's someone like I'm interested in, I find generally attractive, I'll walk up. It's like I make eye contact once, and I'll turn my head again. It's like they looked over again. They're definitely checking me out and looking at me more than just the one like quick glance, you know.
Yeah,
that's a nice little to the side of it.
Exactly.
Right. And then like when I approached her, she had a bunch of friends, and like her friends were literally standing right behind me. Like, but like she was talking as if her friends weren't there, right? But obviously they're right fucking behind her.
There you go.
And I'm just like talking to her real quick, and like, but it wasn't like the initial vibe where it was just like I wasn't sure if she was for that group or not. And then like she got to a point where she was like, "Oh, you want to meet my friends?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And like literally they're like right behind us, and she's like, "Yeah, friends." And like, oh, it's cool. And I felt like there was one girl kind of trying to sneak up a little bit, but I was like, dude, like, I'm already talking to this one girl. I'm gonna finish with this one girl, whether it's number, going home, etc. Right?
So you stayed the course.
I stayed the course.
Way to stay the course.
And but when it came time to go, like the club was up, I was like, yo, do you want to go back get some pizza and like chill? And she was like, yeah, I'm down for that. And she went by and she asked 3 different friends, and they all said 1, 2, 3, 3 yeses.
Validation.
And then we're going. And then we're
validation. That was it. Her girlfriends confirmed that he was cool, and after they met up at the club, they just left, and that's perfectly fine. All adults here, so
let's have a good night.
Exactly, great night. You know, it's validation, and it's very important. You know, I'd say we have another part of the validation. We're gonna go ahead and get to it after we take this quick intermission, quick break. After part 2, you'll get the quote of the day, and we're gonna keep it moving. On to the next week, baby. And right there, it's SGC approved for now. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
SGC. And we're back, baby. Once again, SGC Live. And let's go ahead and keep schooling you guys on some validation tips. So where were we exactly when we left off?
All right, so there's a couple parts to the validation, right? There's going out from the night, you're just trying to get a number, you're trying to go back with someone, maybe trying to set up a future date, and then there's within a relationship. So on the first part of this podcast, we mostly covered going out and how important it was to get that group validation, right? Whether you're approaching a group of 2, group of 5, it doesn't matter. Feel the vibe out, make sure everyone is involved. Everybody knows who you are, and you're having a good vibe, you're saying some jokes. Just so like the end of the night that you can go home with the girl that you want, or you get a number, follow up for a later date, you know? That's basically it to that, you know?
Yeah, that's definitely, let's say, type 1 validation. Type 2 validation would be more of a, okay, you're actually talking to this girl, whether you met her in person or on an app, and you've been on a couple of dates, and she's comfortable enough to bring you to her friends, you know, or set up a double date, or she wants to introduce the amazing guy she's talking to some, you know, of her friends so she can brag about you, basically. Now, right then and there is also critical, because if you don't hold your own in that situation, you can be deaded right there. It's like, oh yeah, so this was the guy you've been hanging out with? I thought he would have been this, and now you got a friend who's against you.
Because they're taking, like, the girl, like, number one, the girl you already went with, whatever, like, was on a date, you met her out, wherever you met her. Right, she's already been taking notes on you. I mean, I'm taking notes on you girls too, just FYI. But basically,
it's noted, baby.
Yeah, it's all noted, right? But anyways, back to the topic. So the girl was already giving me approval. She's already been like, all right, this guy's pretty cool. Like, we're at a point where it's like, I want to get involved with my friends, right? So now you're to the next level, right? And in some instances, that can come up almost instantly, right? That fucking validation right off the top. Or you could be like, all right, we've been seeing each other for a little while. Let me get you involved with friends. For example, one of my situations, right?
Let them know.
This one of the girls met her on an app or whatever, and I kept on trying to meet her out for a date, but she kept on like basically pushing it to like a spontaneous type shit where she's like, yo, just meet me out. I'm with my friend. Just meet me out. I'm with my friends. I'm like,
so she was trying to put you together before you even met her.
Yeah, she was trying to put me together before I met her, and then finally I was just like. One day, like I realized, I was like, yo, this is the only way I'm ever gonna meet this fucking girl. It's like if I go to something, but I gotta like make sure it's what I want to do, you know. So like one thing that came up, she was like, how do you come to a pool party? You know, it was in the middle of fucking Manassas, goddamn.
Middle of nowhere,
and we're in Arlington just for perspective about location, right? So I was just like, yo, fuck it, I go to this pool party, and like. I kind of botched the guy because like I didn't really expect anyone to hop in a pool. Like it was like fucking like late. It was kind of cool. Like I didn't really expect anyone to be in a pool, you know. And like
so you didn't bring any swimming trunks.
I didn't bring any swimming trunks. And I show up to this thing and it's her friend. It's like her best friend, and then I think one of her like ex's best friends. I was like, it was kind of interesting that individual was there, but he was there. And then it was a bunch of people that they just kind of met and they got invited to a pool party.
So they put a lot of people together.
Yeah, so there was a lot of people there, and like I almost thought there was like two shots. Like, dude, I was one of the candidates for the girl I wanted to go.
Wow.
I like honestly like because like I got there and I saw this guy. He got so salt.
Bro, that's actually nuts. So this girl was fucking ringmaster and just like, oh, we're having a pool party. You should come. Oh, we're having a party, like pool party. You should come, you know. And she was just inviting other dudes to come meet her and her friends, and then her friends and her were like picking, who's most attractive, who should be. That's actually pretty nuts.
Yeah,
that's a whole nother type of level of validation.
But it was nuts though because it's like I was like directly like I don't know how the fuck that guy got there like or who invited her like I don't know if her best friend invited him or not.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They had their options. Basically.
Yeah, they had their options, but basically I just wanted to know. I was just like, yo, like if I'm here for you, like. You're gonna be hanging with me, you know, like what the fuck, like I'm not coming here and then you're just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna go talk to someone else, like this is bullshit, you know, like come on.
I see. So you met it up, all right.
Yeah, but like,
what it's like gonna be.
Yeah, it was like crazy. It was like almost felt like the whole time like she was like almost kind of like she was making it chase her a little bit. Like she kept on walking away a little bit. She'd come back. She'd walk away a little bit. I was just like. I was like, yo, did I chase? Like, I was like, sometimes I just sit there and chill. Like, yo, I'm just gonna chill. It was like some weird ass game she was playing. And like they eventually convinced me to hop in a pool. I was wearing fucking shorts. Like that's a botch. Like don't show up to a pool party in like shorts.
You should have brought your swim trunks.
I should have at least brought the trunks and like a decent shirt maybe.
Just in case.
Yeah, like maybe not even worn it. Just put it in the bag and then like if you have to like do it, you're good. But I wasn't the worst of individuals. I think someone else like it was one of the guy's house. It was his parents' house actually, and. Some couple actually hooked up in like the parent one of the bathrooms. The main
That's
bathroom.
terrible.
I was like, that was disrespectful. But like for me though, I was vibing with people. I was talking to everybody. I was just like, this is kind of like even when she did her shit where she just ran away. Like I don't know what the fuck that was about. But like, I would still be talking to my other people. I don't know if that's part of the test. Like. Oh, like, and then like sometimes like when she realized I wasn't come chasing her, she'd come look for me. And I was like, what kind of game is this?
I almost feel like that in itself could have been a validation test.
Yeah, 100%.
Like,
you know?
is he gonna give me like what I'm looking for?
Is he gonna chase me the whole time?
Does
like,
he care?
I was like, I chased a little bit, and I was just like, yo, we're not gonna play this game.
Exactly.
You know.
I mean, yeah, there's so many tests out there just to validate you, and she was probably talking to his friends like, why isn't he coming over here? You know?
Yeah,
so like,
yeah, and like, cause I heard like her and her friend like talking like, it was almost like a little bit of ish. Like they were just saying like. Yeah, he showed up like with that, blah blah blah. But it was like she was talking to like the guy. Like I felt like the guy was there for her too.
Exactly.
But like didn't realize it's like oh shit, like he was gonna get fucking like cut off, you know. Yeah, let's keep going.
Yeah, no, that's crazy.
That's distracting. Basically, in front of us there's a cat playing with napkins.
Yeah, she's ridiculous. Anyway,
playing with a toy now, but
yeah, let's no more distractions.
Alright, let's go back. So basically, what happened?
Yeah, go ahead, finish your story. So basically, let's just get this straight. The girl invited you over, she invited her options over, and then she was validating basically everyone, and apparently you gave less fucks or just enough fucks that, did she ended up choosing you? Like
yeah, 100%. So like, I mean, there was a couple follow-ups, like, the thing that I end, like, it wasn't like a clean like exit like with the relationship, but this went on for about a couple. Like I was seeing this girl for about like probably 2.5 months. She came over for her birthday. It was all of her friends and stuff at my house.
It's pretty cool.
There was a lot of other underlying shit like that's not relevant to our podcast today. But basically the fact was like in that moment in time, like I did my part and I was validated, right? I was validated enough that she would like to hang out with me again, eventually come over for dinner, and enough so much that we got to a point where I had her and a couple of her girlfriends. Don was over there for her birthday. You know?
I was there.
Yeah, 100%. So that was the point of the story. Everything else and how it ended, like that's just a different topic, a different lesson.
Exactly.
But basically, the initial validation was there, and I had received that. And like the other point, I guess to add on top of that is like, at some point I lost it. I don't know, like whether it was like she like didn't trust me, didn't feel comfortable with me, or whatever. Her friend didn't like me, or whatever. Because like I'm very straightforward. I say like what's on my mind, right? I don't let people do bullshit. I don't let people put me together. Right?
There you go.
I mean, throughout this,
and you shouldn't.
100%. And throughout this process, there was a couple times where her friend would challenge me in a way of like, is he gonna say something or is he gonna let us do this shit?
Yeah, why did that happen, ladies? Like, what's the point of testing the backbone? You know, I guess you want to make sure you're a real man.
It wasn't even like her. Like, it wasn't even like the girl I was talking to. It was like her friend.
Exactly.
And like she even said some crazy shit one time. She's just like I felt like she was almost insinuating like, yo, would you hook up with me? Like, but I'm just like, what the fuck, like. I was like, no, like, I'm talking to her, like, whatever her name was.
Talking to her. Bro, believe it or not, that's actually, girls do that.
I was almost told that. We wanted what the fuck happened. It's like, we're not. Oh, fuck.
No, you're good, dude. You're good. The funny thing is, like, girls do that. They'll be like, hey, go test this guy. See if he'll actually hook up with you. Just to see, like, you know, it's kind of fucked up, but, like, well, not really. Well, if you don't have anything, if you don't fall for that, which some dudes do, they're literally that dumb. They're like, oh, like I'm talking to your friend, but you're like you're hot too, so maybe we could do something on the side. Like, dude, you're deaded. You're so deaded. You don't even know how deaded you are.
Yeah,
bro.
that's actually a good thing to talk about. A good detail to talk about. Like, like in my mind, I was like, is she fucking real? Like right now, I was like, either way, like she's real or not. It's like I'm not gonna dead my fucking self.
Exactly. Like it doesn't matter if she's real. She could be real, or they could be conspiring against you just to see if you're gonna cave or not. You know?
Yeah, it's like I know a lot of you guys are on, like, I don't know if you guys are a lot on TikTok, but there's this one user, I forget what his name was. Basically, he does this loyalty test. Basically, produces a group of girls. One of the girls has a boyfriend, the other ones don't. And the ones that don't call the boyfriend and see if he'd come over. Want them to come over for Netflix and chill right in front of the girl. So in a lot of the cases, the girl would get mad at the girl, so it would make no sense. It's like, because the guy who was recording this, or the guy who was doing an interview or whatever, he'd be like, yo, is it cool if they do this? Is it cool if we call your boyfriend and ask? You know what I mean? But it's just like, bro, like, it's almost like related back to the story. It's almost like a fucking like loyalty test. It's like, yo, is he gonna do it?
Exactly, a loyalty test.
And like obviously she's gonna like, she might be upset with her friend. Obviously, if like she found her friend asked that, or it could be just straight up like, yo, he's fucking cut.
Exactly. I mean, I believe that loyalty test is another, could be another, test of validation. Like in my experience personally, I was validated on the spot by, I don't know, like 6 girls. This was a crazy one. So I met this one girl. I was out in Fairfax a couple years ago. I met her out at this club. Everything was cool. I think, did we go? No. So we met out at a club, and then we hung out. Afterwards, of course. And then we're still talking, and she's just like, "Hey, so me and my friends, we're doing a brunch over here, and I want you to come." I was like, all right, cool. Well, how many friends? She's like, oh, is this a small group? It wasn't a small group.
Oh, when they say it like that, bro, you already got trapped.
Yeah, it was not.
Bro.
I'm saying a small group to me means like, all right, she might be with 2 friends or no. She was with 6. She was with 6 girls, and 2 of them. Listen to this. She was with 6 girls, and 2 of those 6 girls were on dates in the same bar. Do you hear what I'm saying? Like, there was a table.
Yeah, that's wild.
Bro, I kid you. They were playing Super Shark and fucking...
Wait, so like they started one table and they're just like, alright, break. Come on your date.
I couldn't make this shit up to you. So
they must have arranged that date then.
Oh, exactly. They arranged all that.
Because the guys didn't pick the location.
No. Everybody's getting validated at the same time. And there's a core group of girls, and 4 of them's at the table, and they're watching the other dates go on. Me, being the lucky guy who's already met one of the friends, got to sit at the table. but I was getting validated too. So it was a crazy one.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, so I'm sitting here at the table.
It was like they were hosting like tryouts or some shit.
Yeah, exactly.
It was like tryouts. Bro.
Exactly.
Yo, come to this location from 11 to 4. We're having tryouts.
Basically, and everybody was getting put together, and I'm over here. I'm put together too, because I'm here chilling with this girl, and then her friend starts coming on to me, and I'm just being nice. Right there, that was my validation test, right? I'm just being nice, and her friend was. It went from validation to like she was actually shooting her shot. So then I was like, well, I don't know what the fuck is going on here, because I came here for her, and then I was just chilling. The next thing you know, the girl I come from gets upset and leaves. And I'm like, how are you gonna put me together and get mad that I showed up and I'm just being friendly to your friends because I know how this works and, you know, I'm cool type deal. But her friend, I don't know if they made a pact. I don't even fucking know what went on, but her friend was shooting a legitimate shot, like in front of her type, like started like touching me and shit. And I was like, all right, well, this is a little weird. And then
but let her get mad at her friend versus you.
Exactly. No, but I was the one in the hot seat, right? And then while this is going on, I hear her other friends say, "Oh wow, her date is cute over there. You know, let's see if he's a gentleman, and let's see if he pays for a tab. Let's see if he offers her a drink." Like they're literally taking mental notes on her other friend who's like 4 tables across on a date with this guy who doesn't know he's getting watched.
Damn.
Yeah, no, the guy didn't know.
Oh yeah, because you don't know who.
Exactly, you don't know. You're just like, oh, we're
unless you did like a deep dive or IG or some shit.
No, dude. But even if you did, you wouldn't know her friends were at the fucking bar.
You
wouldn't know that.
Yeah, because you're not gonna remember them. You're not gonna remember them.
Not only that, and you on a date, you're focused on her.
No,
so
100%.
like, if you're looking
unless you're botching it. And that's happened to me before.
That's another one. Eye contact is very important, people. If you're on a date with somebody, please give her the attention.
Don't let guys wander too long for too far.
Exactly. It's not a good thing.
It's okay to be aware of your surroundings, but don't be fucking kind of stare, you know?
Women notice that. And if you're going to do that, shades, please. You know, forget about it. Shades, please go to the fucking brunch and look all you want.
On the waterfront or some shit.
Exactly.
You know? Make sure she's facing towards the water.
Don't be like this. Don't be like this.
Or don't be like this. Don't be like this. She's sitting in front of you and look right over her shoulder.
Oh yeah, don't do that.
That's the fucking worst one.
Over the shoulders is nuts.
Oh, I've done that.
Hello.
I literally had to this is off topic a little bit, but it's funny though. Like I was like, I don't know why, but like mom and daughter walking down. I was like, wait, is that mom and daughter? Like I was like so like curious. I was like, wait, is that the mom? Is that the daughter? And I was like, I mean, they were looking good, but like I was feeling like a little tipsy. And my gaze was too fucking long. She looks at me, she's like, "Are you fucking serious?" And I was like, I came back and I was like, "Wait, what the fuck happened?" And she's like, "Are you serious?" And she's like, "You're looking at that girl." And I was like, "Yeah, I was." Like that's how I responded.
Okay.
But like,
go ahead, you finish.
Yeah. So I did that, and then she fucking like flips her shit on me. Like she just basically, that's so fucking like disrespectful. I mean, like I guess it is kind of a little bit disrespectful. I didn't really intend to stay that long. I just went to take a glance and come back.
Yes.
But like, I was already a little bit buzzed, and I was like, "Fuck." And she caught me, and I went to explain it. But basically, she blew up and made a fucking scene. And like, cause we're about to head out. She was like, "Oh, we take a shot. I'm gonna head out."
Terrible.
And like, and then after that, she blew up and she walked away. And the waiter came and was like, "Everything's okay." And I was like, "Yeah, it's cool. Mind your business."
Dude, it happens, but like.
But lesson learned.
Lesson is learned, and what I'm here to tell you that it's okay to glance. Just don't fucking stare, you know. And even if the girl catches you, be like, "Oh, what are you looking at?" Simple. Oh well, I liked her outfit. Just okay. Well, yeah, I liked her outfit. Whatever. Cool. And if she's upset with that, like, come on. I like clothes. Like, okay, like, come on. If you get caught, yeah, I like their outfit. Hell, but yours is better. It's very simple. You know, I was wondering, like, do you have, you know, like, would that be your type of fashion sense? And then a girl will look over, oh, well, no, I wouldn't do that, blah, blah, blah. But you see, don't just be, what are you looking at? Oh.
Yeah, but like my issue was just like she went from like 0 to 100 and it was like so quick. I was just like I wasn't even ready. Like it was just like in most situations I'm pretty quick on my feet, but like she went from like it wasn't even like what are you looking at? It was like what are you looking at? It was like let's fucking
so
like
you're getting yelled at. Did you even take your shot?
I took both the shots.
Oh, you took both shots after that. You needed that, big guy.
Yeah, it was like, and then like I said, like that's that, you know.
So she yelled at you, stormed out. So you were validated then unvalidated.
Yeah, basically she was like, let's go back and like basically let's do some drugs, and I was like, bet. And then this woman like walks down with her daughter, and I'm just like, and then she gets mad, and then like she yells at me in front of the like not everybody, but like a decent amount of crowd saw me. She storms off, and I'm like.
Was it daytime or nighttime?
This is daytime.
Bro, where are your shades, dude?
No, this is not like it was like evening-ish, so like the sun was coming down, so like the shades were off. It was just
It
like,
happens.
And I was just like shot, and I said,
Fuck it happens. Wait, back to my story real quick. I'll go ahead. We're gonna finish this up and then get you guys the quote of the day, and you can go ahead and ponder on it. So, after I'm sitting at the table with like 6 girls, 2 of them are on dates in the same restaurant, and the other girl they're just rating the guy that. They're friends. So, I think that's a good match for her. Oh no, I don't know why he wore that shirt. And I'm over here just like this. I'm over here like this is nuts. While her friend is coming on to me.
That's like a live validation. It's live.
Oh,
it's like the Savygents is live. That's fucking live.
Super, but that's the thing. The guy, they have no idea. It was like some hidden camera shit. Like I'm hidden camera, and we're back scenes, and we're literally watching. And they're like, oh, let's see what he buys. Let's see what she buys. Is she gonna go for something expensive? Does he have more like the shit?
They're having a blast.
Oh, trust me, they're loving it, and then we're getting mimosas and shit.
Dude.
And trust me, I'm over here sitting, just keeping my cool. Next thing you know, the girl I'm with, she gets upset. She storms up, and then I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna leave with her. So I fucking left, and she said she was leaving, and I was like, all right, bet, cool, I'm leaving too. I get my Uber, I go home. I don't know if she left. I didn't care. I don't think she left, but I'm pretty sure. I was validated and then unvalidated and got kicked out of the table because maybe I wasn't giving her enough attention, and her friend coming on to me, I was talking to her, just being friendly. Maybe I was being too friendly. I don't know. But right there is a good example of being validated and unvalidated. And
validation revoked, bro.
Exactly. And I think of her who revoked my validation because I didn't give her enough attention or I didn't feel like she was talking or whatever, or she was just engaged into other conversation about spying on her friends fucking being on dates, and I was just like,
that's just not like a good situation. Like number one, like the first date, like make sure it's just solo. I mean, even if you think it's solo, I mean, I guess she could have friends like theoretically, like
yeah,
in a restaurant.
I would say first
I think some girls do that shit.
Dude, I was fucking there.
But, like,
some girls do it.
You don't realize what's going on because you have no idea who the fuck's who.
Exactly.
Like other than the girl I guess you're seeing, but like I don't know, man. It's just like try to like accept that single date. Like don't be like. I guess in your situation, at least confirm that it's just you and her. Even if they're sitting in a crowd in the audience, it's fucking fine. But I guess don't be part of the audience too. I guess that's a lesson from that one.
I mean, and then at the same time, I'll also say like single date, like that's your go-to. But if you do get invited to a group hang or whatever, find out exactly what you're doing. Don't get put together. Like there's some group hangs that that makes sense. I'll do that. It's a group thing anyways. Let's just go meet up.
You go into like a one-room brewery and it's like, so I have some of my girlfriends coming out. Like, hey, if she's like, yo, let's get some guys. Like, that's a little bit different. Mm-hmm. Or it's just like, or you just fucking ask. It's just like, yo, if it's a group thing, like, you mind if I bring some of my friends or whatever? Like, maybe situation like that, or even if you want to start the group shit, maybe you just fucking start it and you be like, yo, this is how I like my group things. It's like I want you to get involved with my friends because like I like you and I care about you and like this is how I roll. I want you to see my friends. I want you to be friends with my friends.
Exactly, and also another thing is validation goes both ways. Like fucking. Like, let's say, for example, I could bring a girl to me, I could bring a girl to him. It's like, bro, that girl was like, like,
oh, yeah.
It goes both ways.
Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
We didn't talk about it, but it's true. Like, sometimes if I see one of my boys with a girl, and I'm just like, dude, that girl's not for you, I'll tell him, 100%. Not trying to cock block or anything, but let's say, like, dude, let's say I feel like you guys just don't vibe, Like,
yeah, it could be like, it's not even like, I know like a lot of us point to like looks. I mean, again, like let's not downplay this. Looks do matter. Like I don't give a fuck what people say. Like, you need to have a physical attraction.
Looks are important,
right? And physical attraction could be anything for anybody, right? Yeah. And like don't ever fucking like knock anyone for like that. But at the same time, it's just like yo, like look at the vibe and like like if you've been with your boy for a while, you kind of know what he goes for.
Exactly.
If it's like yo, that's his type. Let him go for that, like it's been accepted that's his type. But if you know that's damn well not his type in terms of physical attraction or even vibe attraction, maybe like say something like, yo, this is what you want to do, bro. Like, yo, that's so gentleman, bro.
Bro, it's very polite, and if he says yeah, let him go. You don't know how to act. You don't know how to.
Yeah, exactly.
All you can do is warn, like, bro, like, listen, dude. I think this girl's trying to put you together, man. What are you gonna do? Alright, you sure you want to do this?
And even the.
But it's courteous, at least. Same thing with girls. It goes validations both ways. It really is.
Yeah, it's like it could be like the girl could be like so bad, like in whatever definition you have of bad, right?
Yeah.
And, like we could just say universal bad or whatever.
She could look great in your eyes, right?
Or she could be looking great in everybody's eyes, right?
There you go.
But she's fucking like her vibe's just off. It's just not a good vibe, you know.
Yeah.
It's like at the end of the day, it's like, dude, like you have a shitty vibe. It's like, how long is things really gonna last? You know, like I mean, some people will put up with that shit forever. Like they'll just be happy, like they have someone like in their eyes they see as like the hottest one, or everyone else's eyes they see as the hottest one. But at the end of the day, it's like, like it's what you find attractive, and like
the personality you can deal with,
and the personality you can deal with, right? And it's like, and like I know, like going back to the main point of this podcast is just like, it does matter. It doesn't matter on the other side for guys. It's like if your boys like the girl too. Like it's not even just like, not even about just like you liking her. It's like, but it's so much more better and more fun if you guys like them too. Because it's like, okay, now my guy has a date. Let's all go on a date.
Yeah,
I
we
should
can all
fuck
hang
that
out.
shit. You know, or it's like even if you're just chilling, like it's just your girlfriend. Maybe just have one of you guys over. It's not even like, and it doesn't even feel like a third wheel. It's just like you feel like you guys are all fucking friends. You know, that's dope, right? Who would not want that shit? You know?
Exactly. Validation matters. Like at the same time, let's say you're both with a girl that you just can't stand. And you say, "Oh, I'm hanging out." And you're like, "Dude, I'm doing something else. I'm not gonna come over for your football game, your little football party if she's gonna be there." You know, it's all validation. It is what it is.
100%, bro.
It is what it is.
I think that's about a wrap on that.
It really
subject
is.
matter.
That is what it is, and there's a wrap right there. But we have to get to the quote of the day, which I have. Let me go ahead and get that out.
Sure, you got it, bro.
100%. Quote of the day. You go ahead and read that for us, big guy.
Alright, yeah, make sure it doesn't come. Alright. Just because no moves are being posted mean no moves are being made. Remember that. Let me read that again because I studied for a second. Just because no moves are being posted doesn't mean no moves are being made. Remember that.
Damn. Exactly. You don't have to post everything you're doing, people, you know? It's very like, it's building in silence, you know? Like, put the pieces in the right position so you can build in silence. And when everything is ready to go, pull the trigger so everyone could be like, wow, I had no idea, but that's okay. You weren't supposed to have an idea.
Yo, I got a crazy quote to throw on top of that quote. Right?
Go ahead. Oh, you got a double quote.
Double quote. Double. S, double. I don't know.
You're a moron.
Anyways,
let's go.
No, it was my turn.
What do you got?
It's my turn. But yo, focus so much on yourself that they have to focus on you.
Hey.
Bam! You know what that means? Like it's basically like you're fucking like on your game. It's like you're blowing the fuck up because you work so fucking hard. And it's like now they can't even ignore you. Now they're looking at you now.
Exactly.
You know?
We will not be ignored.
Yeah. Like I saw that one the other day and I was like, wow, that's actually a pretty dope quote.
And you memorized it?
Yeah.
Off the head?
Like that was fucking like, I said that pretty confidently. It was like pretty good.
Respect, dude. SGC. SGC. All right, dude. Go ahead and give them what they come from. Not what they come from. What they came for. Give the people what they want to hear.
Yeah.
What time is it?
Yo, it's time to cut it!
Catch you later.
Catch you later. Stay savvy, gents. Stay classy, ladies.